Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be making Bacalaitos Puertorriqueño or codfish fritters. Okay, right here I have 2 cups of flour, and what I'm going to add to this is 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Okay, so that's 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. And I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Okay, 1 tablespoon of baking powder. There we go. I'm gonna also add a packet of sazon. Okay, and some adobo. About, I'm thinking a teaspoon. Let me see. That's about a half a tablespoon. You could do it to your taste. I don't really eat salt, so if you find it to be not enough salt, you could use a little bit more. I like to put a little bit of paprika in it, so I put some paprika in it, and I'm just gonna put extra garlic. Even though I'm putting sofrito in that I made that has fresh garlic, I'm gonna put a little bit of powdered garlic because I like a lot of garlic. So I'm gonna use my homemade sofrito right here that I made, and this has tricolor peppers in it. It has onions in it. It has cilantro and fresh garlic. Okay, so I'm gonna probably put a few tablespoons in there. Okay, so I'm gonna put my codfish in. Oops, sorry about that noise. I'm gonna put my codfishes. This is a pound of codfish. I cooked it. If you find it in the Spanish store, it's gonna be very salty. You have to boil it, throw the water out, boil it again, throw the water out until the salt that you want. It can be very salty. So that's a pound of the codfish. And then you're gonna add water slowly into the consistency you like. It's gonna be like the consistency of pancakes. So depending how you like your pancakes. Some people like their pancakes a little thicker. Some people like them a little thinner. So just gonna grab my cup measure, and I'm just gonna put some water. First I'm gonna add 1 cup of water. So let me just rinse this off. Put 1 cup of water in here and start mixing and see how it is. Okay. Like I said, I have 2 cups of flour in here. So if as you're doing this, you should do it slowly to make sure you get the consistency you want. But if it gets a little too watery, you could always put a little tiny bit more flour. If it's not, if it gets too, if it gets too watery, a little bit more flour. And if it gets too thick, a little bit more water. But I like it a little thicker, but this is too thick. I'm gonna put another cup, and I'm gonna add it slowly. Okay, so I'm gonna get another cup of water. I'm gonna put half a cup first and see how this goes. I'm gonna put half a cup and find out first if I like this consistency. And if I like the consistency, I'll just leave it at 1.5 cups. Okay. Okay, in the meanwhile, I have my frying pan with some oil getting hot. It should be at medium heat. It should get hot, but it shouldn't get so hot that it's going to burn immediately, because you want it to cook both on the outside and the inside. You don't want it just to get so cooked on the outside, almost burnt, and then not cooked enough on the inside. Okay, yeah, it's going to need the other half a cup. So yeah, I'm thinking 2 cups of water and 2 cups of flour is good. I think that would be good because this is too thick. So yeah, this is going to be a lot better. Just want to mix it really good. Make sure I got all the flour from the bottom, like you do with pancakes. The flour tends to stick to the bottom of your bowl, so you want to mix it really good. And if you do put this in the refrigerator, if you're not using the whole thing, if you just fry a couple of them, it will turn thick, like, you know, pancake does. The batter turns thick, and then you just take it out and just move it around. And if you need to add a little water, you add a little water. So okay, make sure I got it mixed really well. Okay, seems to be good. Yeah, so I'm gonna use this as a scoop and grab myself some of it, and I'm gonna put a little bit here. Oh, I'm gonna have to higher my oil a little bit and add a little bit more to that one. Let me just put that oil up a little bit more to this one. Is too small. There we go. So yeah, you will let these cook. Yeah, I lowered it a little too much. Yeah. You don't want them to stick on the bottom, but you're gonna let them cook until it turns brown and crispy on the bottom, and then you would turn it. So, I mean, pretty much like a pancake. The only thing with a pancake is that the pancake develops some bubbles. I don't think this is gonna develop any bubbles. So, yeah, so you just let these cook, and then we're gonna flip them over. We'll be right back. Okay, so I think it's time to turn them. See how they're nice and crispy looking on the edges? There we go. Oops. It's giving me trouble. There it is. Okay. Oh, and I have a wire rack right here so I could drain them after. I don't like to put them on paper towels because they tend to get soggy. I personally like them nice and crispy on the edges, and then inside will be kind of chewy, which is like a cookie kind of sense. But yeah, but I like to put them on there, not on paper towels. But if you only have paper towels, use paper towels. Doesn't really matter. But making sure that they don't stick, and leave them on medium heat. Now that the heat is going nice and hot, I don't want them to burn too much. So make sure they don't stick. Make sure that they're cooking good. I think I could stick another one right here on the side. Okay. There we go. Okay. Yeah, and you see this little piece that's floating here? I'm going to just throw it on top of the one that's cooking. So it could stick to it. Yeah, so these are pretty much done, I think. Let me check them out. Yeah, I'll leave them for a few more seconds just to make sure. But like I said, I cooked the codfish, and everything else doesn't need to be cooked. Flour, or, you know, you can eat peppers the way they are, fresh. It's not like, you know, and onions and stuff. So, but I just want to make sure they're cooked through. Okay. Let me drain them some and put them on the rack. Drain them and put them on the rack. Now, I like them extra crispy, but you know, depending on if it's your first time making them, you could try them to get them nice and crispy. Leave them longer and try them when they're not so crispy to see which ones you're gonna like. Making sure mine don't stick to the bottom. There we go. And put some more to cook. Okay. Put one there. Another one over here. Put a little bit more in there. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna make these 6 like this, but for me, because these are for my son, I'm gonna add shrimp to them. He is allergic to shellfish, so that's why I don't put any shellfish in the batter or anywhere. So after I finish cooking these and take them out, then I would add shrimp to the batter and put them in here and cook them. So, all right, we'll be back when these are ready to turn. Okay, I'm gonna be turning these now. There we go. Nice and golden brown. Make sure they're cooked all the way. There we go. Yeah, so about 3 minutes on each side is probably a good time. But see, when they're nice and golden brown and delicious looking, that should be good. So yeah, like I said, after these 3, I take them out. I'm gonna add some shrimp. I have small shrimp, not too small, but raw, peeled and deveined already. And I don't know, I think I might cut them the long way, directly in half. I know people probably cut them small pieces, but I might just cut them the long way. I mean, shrimp cook very fast, so by the time this cooks, they'll be cooked. That's why you have to put them in raw. And yeah, I think it's gonna taste really good. So let me finish these and take them out, and then I'll come back to show you how I put the shrimp in. Okay, so I took those out, they're done. These are medium shrimp, like I said, they're peeled and deveined, and I think I'm gonna cut them the long way like this instead of cutting them like in little pieces like that, because they do cook really fast, shrimp. So I'm just gonna cut them like this, so, and then put them in there, and then I'll be cooking them. Yeah, I don't want to overcook my shrimp. If I cut them too small, they might overcook and then be a little rubbery, and you don't want that. Okay, so I'll be back when I finish cutting my shrimp. Okay, I put my shrimp in, I mix it around, and I'm just gonna continue with the cooking. Okay, put one here, one here, and one here. There we go. And I always like to shake the pan a little like this, but I don't touch them with anything because, you know, I don't want them to stick. As soon as they finish cooking, that's one way you could tell that they're cooked. See how right now they don't move? But once the bottom cooks, it kind of lets go. The pan lets it go. So, you know, that's pretty much. But like I say, yeah, about 3 minutes. You don't want to burn them, so yeah, always keep it like a medium heat. And they get nice and crispy and brown around the edges. And then you turn them, you know. So we're gonna, let me throw these little loose pieces on top. I know some people fish them out and just remove them from the frying pan in between frying, but if I get a extra crunchy part, better for me. I like them crunchy. Yeah, see? So see how they let go? Pretty much. See how they're no longer stuck? Like that. See? So yeah. So let them cook nicely. Yeah, I haven't eaten these. Woo, it's been years. My mother used to make them a lot. Not with the shrimp, just the regular bacalaitos, but I haven't cooked them in a long time, unfortunately. You know, I mean, not, well, I don't know about, unfortunately, fried food you should eat as much, I guess. But, of course, for us Puerto Ricans, our favorite is acapulco, bacalaitos, relleno de papa, you know, pernil fried, everything fried, deep fried and delicious. But, yeah, we shouldn't be eating like that too much anymore. Yeah, so I'm not going to touch these to that, even though I don't think it would really transfer that much stuff to that. But yeah, I don't want to really touch those with these. Let me see if it's time to turn them. Okay, there we go. And there we go. This one needs a little more on that side before I turn it. Yeah. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, my shrimp ones are done. I cannot taste those because they were just made and they're very hot, but I plated the other ones. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And remember, no matter what ingredients you have, what equipment you're using, or what's your situation, you can always make a great meal. Thanks for watching.